Hi, I'm the Weird Christian, and my name is Doug Ferguson. And today I'm going to be doing a topic, the Gnostic Christian Gospel. But I'm doing a criticism on the Westminster Confession, and I call it basically Gnostic Christianity. So I've done other talks that talked about why I'm doing this, what is the gospel, what's truth, and a few other topics, and talked about Gnosticism in one of my topics a couple times. So today is topic on what is, or a presentation of the Gnostic Christian gospel. And it's formulated from the Westminster Confession. So, the God of faith is fundamental in the Gnostic gospel. He is called the Father. Before anything was made in secret, he knew everyone in spirit and predestined some to be the enlightened elite with him forever, and some are damned to hell to be tortured forever. This is all to his mercy, glory, and unfathomable, unquestioning wisdom. The reason why I do that on the end is that's what, in the Westminster Confession, they'll say something that really just turns you off. Then they'll say how it's for God's glory. That's what they do all the time. So I'm just adding that as a flavor of the Westminster Confession. Unlike the demiurge, the Father created everything. And this is a picture of the demiurge here that they have. The Father created everything good according to Genesis. Now, of course, it's because they use the biblical text, so it's got to fit with biblical text. This is the way Gnostics, but they project their understanding on it. But they have to modify. So this is what they do. Because the demiurge created everything wrong. Okay. So, but this Father created everything good according to Genesis. God knew each man's spirit before creation. These spirits from the heavenlies, he breathes into flesh. The Father has a divine plan done in secret to test these spirits while in the flesh, which is to his glory an unfathomable plan. Since these spirits come from God, they are in his image, divine and immortal souls. So here they have pictures of, him, God touching, and, the way the hand is done and so forth. It's supposed to give the idea that he's, man is not really reaching out for God, but God reaches out for man. And it has these angels, but you could even have that, just the spirits that are going to be in the future put into creation. In Gnosticism, they believe that you're a spirit before, and then your spirit is put into the flesh, and then you live a life, and then you go back to the spirit again. So, which is similar to what goes on in Mormonism, Scientology, a lot of even other some people that think they're are Christians and some that don't. Anyway, so, but here they have a touching. But in the thing, it's God giving his breath into, which might look like kissing, so they didn't do that, I suppose. But he gives breath into Adam's nostrils. And these, because he gives breath into his nostrils, it's supposed to make Adam divine and immortal. And it's the same breath that goes into animals, so according to Genesis. But I won't get into all that. The Father unilaterally unilaterally makes a covenant of law with Adam in which Adam must obey God. Then God sets up a scenario in which he knows man will fail because God knows everything. Though the Father is almighty and can do anything he wants, he feels he must justify himself with his amazing plan where man will fail. This shows everyone and himself that he is so much better than everyone, which is to his glory. Oops, sorry, that's not. Come on, just one page. No, just one. There we go. Okay. The plan is to put man in a garden, place the tree of knowledge of good and evil there, and tell man not to touch it. Man considers eating the fruit of the tree because he sees it looks and tastes good. He questions God's reasoning for not letting him taste or eat, so he does taste the fruit. What is wrong with knowing the difference between good and evil? That's what the tree is. It's the knowledge of good and evil. There's nothing wrong with that. So the sin is that Adam disobeyed God. He didn't follow commands. It seems like such a pointless test, but on this, the fate of mankind rests. Because of this, Adam becomes aware of what good and evil are. Not a bad idea. God wanted man to stay in a mental state of not being aware, to be innocent. Now Adam will be questioning everything he is told. God made everything good, but now creation is broken because Adam cannot follow commands. Every person who comes from him will not obey. The entire race is broken. Here we go with this one here. This makes God angry, but he has a plan. He will send his son to live a life of perfect obedience. This will cancel all of mankind's sins throughout time. It's similar to the idea of Scrooge. Even though he did a lot of sins, after that he lives a good life, and that cancels out all his sins. But in this case, it's Jesus who lives a perfect life, which is infinitely better than just a man, and was obeying God. Therefore, he cancels out the sins of all humanity. If you believe that, or whatever. Okay. Then to appease his anger, because he still has anger, from Adam ruining his creation, he will deliver his wrath on the Son. Now everything will be right again. What a plan, all to his glory and unfathomable wisdom and mercy. The Father has made an example out of Adam. Everyone should know that now. Everyone should now know that. Everyone should know now that questioning the Father's orders is a very bad thing. Besides that, who is anyone to question God? He now feels justified to give mercy to whom he gives mercy and to damn those who he damns. Nothing a person does can justify them. Only God decides and justifies. Doing this shows how much better he is than mankind. This is all done by his unfathomable wisdom, mercy, and glory. And that is basically the Westminster Confession in a nutshell. It may sound strange to you because there's people that modify these beliefs. This is just from the Westminster Confession. Not everybody totally accepts. There's some 4-point Calvinists and 3-point, I don't know, whatever. There's lots of, they say they're 4-point Calvinists. So it may not be what a lot of Calvinists believe, but that's what comes out of the Westminster Confession. And the Puritans and the Presbyterians and the Baptists all take they do a little bit of modification to the Westminster Confession, but they all use the basics of what it is there. And it's all based on Augustine's thoughts, which are also promoted in Calvin and even in Lutheran he was an Augustine Catholic too, who became a, who presented some problems in the Catholic Church. So that's it. May you, just think about this. Maybe you should read the Westminster Confession, read the Bible, consider these things. You can look at some other videos there on Westminster Critique playlist on my channel, Weird Christian, the Weird Christian. So if you have any questions, put comments in the bottom. May God bless you and give you peace.